Stop everything you're doing. D-Fib's here.
My boy D-Fib. Where D-Fib at?
He's in the chat.
What's up, D-Fib? There he is.
What is going on, Crypto fam? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. Happy Monday. I'm one of your co-hosts, David. We are coming at you live from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with our live show kicking off the week. Lots to talk about. A lot of things happened over the weekend. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer. We are not financial advisors here. Please do your own research. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. It's your first time checking us out. Welcome to the most entertaining channel in the crypto world. I said almost say Christmas world. I love Christmas though. In case you didn't already know, we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. And then here we don't just do live streams.
What do?
We also do the deep dives. This is the live stream though. Check out the deep dives. When are we posting the was it
Tomorrow.
Which one are we?
Tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Yeah. So tomorrow we got Quant coming out. So if you're a fan of Quant, make sure you check us out. And how do you know when we post a deep dive? If you got your notification bell hit, you'll know. And if you haven't liked the video yet, what the hell is wrong with you? How many likes we got there, Rocco? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Well,
We have
Anyway.
seven likes, and we have 13 people in the chat.
yeah.
Unacceptable.
And you think we're going to open up the club today? 21 viewers. We open up the club.
I see 13 now.
13, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so we're not far off.
Yeah.
You know, we got to 20 viewers on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? It saved me some money. So even though you guys didn't show up, thanks for nothing. You know, it saved me $50. But I want to give that $50 out today. So if we get to 21 viewers, we're going to open up the club. We're going to get it going. Elizabeth, welcome. Is this the first time for Elizabeth? Or?
I think she was here Friday.
Yeah. Welcome back, Elizabeth. Pleasure having you. Good to see that you're returning. Must have did something right on Friday. You know what it was?
It wasn't you.
It was me.
It was not you.
It was me. You know why? Because your boy be looking sweet. How you doing?
Speaking of sweet, Sweet Potato, Malik, Russell, Nick, Garrett, L59, Mayad, Stereo 2, Chef, HP. HP said he's got some paperwork to sign today, so he's going to be watching, but he can't be in the chat. D-Fib, Sean, welcome back.
Sean changed his name.
Yeah, he's launching
New
his
World
crypto channel soon, I believe.
Sean, let us know. Did you launch your channel yet? I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to take a look. But if you launched your channel, let us know. We'd love to give you guys a shout out and send some people your way. But yeah, so yeah, let us know. Let us know where you're at on your rollout. Yeah, good to see. You know, we got an active chat this morning. So if you guys could just type away. YouTube likes that. And maybe we'll get some more people in here. Maybe we'll give away some money.
Yeah, I love giving away money.
Yeah.
So Brady's back.
Brady's back.
Tom Brady's back.
You know, it's just funny here. Real quick. I don't want to jump too quick into articles, but will you pull up my laptop? Take a look at this. So Brady was retiring, and then he went back on it. He reneged. He was like, no, hold on. No. Go back on that. I take back what I said. So, Tom Brady returns hours after final touchdown pass football sells for more than $500,000. So, bro, so somebody legitimately paid $500,000, over $500,000 for football they assumed was going to be the last touchdown pass. And then literally 2 hours later, Brady announces his comeback, and lo and behold,
how pissed would you be if you were the person who bought it?
You're gonna lose value. Legitimately, the definition of a rug pull here. So that kind of sucks.
Lil Caddy, what's up?
Lil Caddy. Also, we got Coro back. Coro was here before, right?
What's up, Coro? Yeah, he's been here.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. Funny little article there.
Not funny for the dude who paid $500,000. I'm sure he's not laughing.
I mean, here's the thing. There is a baseline. There's a baseline price when it comes to we got double.
We got double Robin.
Ooh, double Robin.
I don't know how I feel about
I can't be switching screens anymore. We've been messing with our software here. But anyways, there's got to be a minimum for that ball anyways. So, I mean, you figure it's still going to be worth at least $50,000.
Oh, here we have Tom Brady's second to last ball before he retired. Like, really?
I mean, it's still going to be worth some cashola.
So this was his first retirement. And he's going to have tears, right? First retirement, second retirement.
Who's got tears? The guy that has the ball right now. That's who's got tears. True. All right, let's take a look at let's take a look at how the markets are looking today. So we've been sitting in this little consolidation zone the last like 4 or 5 days, I think it was, or at least over the weekend.
Pretty sure we're gonna see a big leg down.
So 38,000. Just taking a peek here. Let's see, how long has it been trading? So 38,000, only down less than 1% for the day since the 9th. So been sitting around between 40 and 37. We had a big sell-off last night. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to straight crash. So there's usually a lot of big movements over the weekend, and especially on Sundays. Like Sunday is like, I don't know.
The Bitcoin metrics are looking good, and we'll go over that in the market analysis. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Anyway, so Bitcoin holding steady, which could be good for the alts. Traditionally in the bull market, when Bitcoin consolidates, you get a lot of movement in the altcoins, but that's in the bull market. So if you've followed the price of Bitcoin through the bear markets, the alts really don't pop off during consolidation. Now, at least not in the whole, because remember during the bull market, you had Bitcoin trade sideways for like a week and a half, and then the alts were just pumping. But if you were to look back at 2019 and even 2018, when Bitcoin, it didn't just trade sideways for 2 years. It had a lot of movement, and when it did pump during those times, you didn't see the big movement in altcoins unless they had some big news. But as far as the whole market, so it's to be seen. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to translate to altcoin season, basically. Ethereum, $2,500, still a great buy. We had a big pump out of XRP earlier this week. There's a lot of news coming out. A lot of bullish news. So,
Fair Defense Act was approved by the judge. So.
Yeah. So what they're allowing is that basically the SEC didn't communicate that what they were doing was illegal, and they basically just slapped them with the lawsuit hella late. And
so Ripple asked, and I'm asking this as a question. So Ripple asked the SEC, "Hey, we're launching this. Are we okay?" The SEC never got back to them, or they just said we're launching it. No one said anything.
So Ripple talked to lawyers about it. So Ripple didn't go and sit down and have a meeting with the SEC. But what did happen was that SEC had lots of different moments where they did communicate with Ripple Labs. And what Ripple Labs is saying is that they never said that what they're doing is illegal. So just imagine you got your girlfriend or something, and she's over here. Man. She's over here, hella mad at you, but she don't say nothing for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. She's all like, yo, this motherfucker keeps putting socks on the floor, his crusty ass drawers over here in the corner, and she don't say nothing for 3 years, and all of a sudden she's like, I want a divorce. Be like, well, why you want a divorce for? But like the last 4 years, you've been leaving your crusty ass drawers in the corner. Like, well, why didn't you say something? That's the whole freaking thing, man. And it's just like, don't keep quiet about it if you know it's illegal. At least communicate. And that's where we stand. So, nice analogy. Crusty drawers equals SEC. Angry ass, stupid, quiet ex-wife. How my ladies doing? I'm gonna tell y'all something here. I don't leave no crusty drawers in the corner, okay? I ain't about that life. They go right to the hamper. Go right to the hamper.
You're a good man, Robin.
That's right.
Wow.
Very respectful.
Very respectful.
My house is nice and tidy.
What's up, Sergio? Welcome back. Sergio Marquino.
All right. Anyways, let's just take another look, see if there's any other big movements here before we wrap up this.
What's Terra Luna doing?
We're still gonna do a market analysis at the end of the show. So this is just a quick overview, just to see if there's any big movement. Cardano under 80 cents. I saw it pumped up a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, pumped up a penny.
Yeah, a penny. Huh?
Huge pump.
Woo! Anyways, big movement today from Thorchain. They have a integration with UST stablecoin for Luna, and this is up 65% in a week, man. What a great buy. Anyways, I still think it's going to pull back. I mean, just look at this chart right here. This is the definition of a run up before a pullback. So, would not recommend getting in now. If you're looking at Thorchain, wait till maybe this level of support here. What is it?
What number
$6,
is it ranked, by the way?
Number 47. And then what else we got? Let me see who the big losers are. Anchor Protocol and Phantom. Phantom's been taking some straight L's since Andre Cronje
Left.
straight up left out of there. So
Pull the SpongeBob item head out.
yeah. 3 years later,
3
He's
years later.
he's back. All right, that's all I got on the on mine. So
What about the what's going on in the traditional market?
oh yeah, let's take a look at the old
TradFi.
federal markets.
The what?
The federal markets.
Federal markets.
All right. So let me see here. I'm going to pull up the traditional markets. So basically,
I wanna know what's oil
A lot
doing.
of red here.
What's oil doing, bro?
Oil?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's the price of oil at?
Should be under oil on top where it says bonds, Asia, gold, oil.
Ah, there it is. Oil. Price of oil.
Oh shit!
$103
So why the hell was gas $5 by my house? It went up.
This is not directly
lagging indicator?
This is not it's not directly correlated. So
Bullshit.
just like when oil dropped to under $10 a barrel in March of 2022 or 2020, we didn't see 25-cent gas. You know, if you were to take the price of it. But anyways, people are making money now. So oil's down a little bit. Also down S&P 500, almost a full percent here. NASDAQ down 2%. This is usually a good indicator of what crypto's going to do. So,
The NASDAQ?
yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a pullback. Look at that, man. NASDAQ's just been going down and to the right since December. And then, guess what's coming up this week? Fed rate hike.
Bitcoin Miami.
No, that's April.
I am so excited for that. I'm
Mhm.
so stoked for that, dude.
Rocco's going with us.
Rocco's going, yeah.
You gotta
Yes,
stay-
I'll be there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to Bitcoin Miami, put a 1 in the chat. If you want to go, put a 2 in the chat. If you're not going, don't put anything in the chat. We don't want to know.
All right. So supposedly, well, not supposedly, they have a meeting. They're going to raise the interest rates, barring some kind of crazy event, black swan, purple swan, whatever color swan is going to pop up. Barring something like that, we will see a supposed 0.25% interest rate hike. So, yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed there for the most part. And then PPI inflation. What is PPI?
Uh,
I know CPI.
PPI is points per interception. Just kidding.
And then, yeah. So, anyways, I think
Producer price index
producer pricing.
Yeah.
Okay.
measures the average change over time in selling prices received by domestic producers for their output.
And then here,
No, I take PPIs every day. They're proton pump inhibitors because I get really bad acid reflux. So.
Hmm.
So real quick, Russell, are you done, by the way, Robin?
I'm just going to read this first
Go ahead.
article here. A pivotal few days are underway for investors, expectantly watching the Federal Reserve this week as it tees up for long-anticipated liftoff of interest rates likely to come Wednesday. Following the central bank two-day policy-setting meeting, possible revisions to its forecasts on rate hikes will be on the radar as war in Europe hangs over the global economy. So, yeah, we already know what's coming. And there's a lot of people saying, "Oh well, the war, it's going to change." It's not going to change anything. They're gonna raise interest rates. The only thing is like how many times they're going to raise interest rates. They have 6 more meetings by the end of the year, so theoretically they could raise it by 0.25% at each meeting. And that's actually they're supposed to. There's been a lot of analytics saying that they're going to have 4 to 5 rate hikes. So we'll see.
I'm saying 8.
Well, there's only 6 meetings left.
Right.
So, well, the thing was 8 was earlier this year before we had the 2 meetings that they didn't do anything.
They said 8 at a quarter, but if you do 6, 2 are at half, then it's the same thing.
Speaking of quarter, where is old 25 at? Quarter piece.
So Russell said, do you think Anchor will come back? Rocco, will you pull up my laptop? I'm just going to show you one metric, and then that should answer your question. This is ranking of total value locked across every single chain. Look where Anchor is ranked. It's ranked number 4 with almost 13 billion in total value locked. So there's your answer.
Let's ask the community. Do you guys think Anchor Protocol is going to come back? If you don't already know, Anchor Protocol is a DeFi platform that
money market on Terra
Luna. Great chain. Obviously, Terra had a big run up, and so did some of their DApps. In turn, there's your reason for Anchor's pump. Do I believe in Terra? Absolutely. Do I believe in Anchor? Absolutely. Do you believe in Anchor? Put 1 in the chat. If you don't believe in Anchor, put 2 in the chat. There's a lot of competition, so I'm not trying to persuade you to say yes, because, I think at the end of the day, there's only going to be 2 or 3 major players in DeFi, and is Anchor going to be one of them? It's to be seen. I don't know. Odds are stacked against them, honestly.
I definitely think Anchor will come back. I mean, nothing goes up forever. So you had a huge pump. Of course it's going to pull back. But just look at the metrics, right? Almost 13 billion in total value locked, only behind Curve, MakerDAO, and Lido. That's it.
I had a buddy talking to me yesterday about Compound.
Compound's been going down.
Yeah, he was like, "What's going on with Compound?" He's like, "I got a lot of Compound." I'm like, first of all, why the hell do you have a lot of Compound and not a lot of Bitcoin? Like
maybe he's a seasoned investor.
he's like, I went all in on Compound. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's cool. But no, you had the Andre Cronje thing come out. He oversees some of Compound's coding. I think he's worked with them. Not his project, but he does have some involvement to some extent there, and not to mention all the DeFi kind of.
I heard he's opening up a strip club in Vegas. Andre Cronje.
Oh yeah,
Cronje's cronies.
Cronje's cronies, huh?
What he's calling it. Yeah. Breaking news here at Cincinnati. All right. Let us move on. So today is Monday, which means big things happen over the weekend. People react. Some people overreact. Some people don't react at all. So we're going to show the 2 biggest things that happened over the weekend. And we're going to say whether it's an overreaction or not an overreaction. So let's get into our very first segment, Overreaction Monday. All right. First topic. You might have heard Polygon went down. So if you pull up my laptop, please. I'm just going to read off some brief highlighted segments of this article. Polygon network suffers from extended service outage after upgrade. The layer 2 scaling solution has now been down for over 11 hours as users are wondering what the holdup is on fixing a bug that compromised the network consensus. And this is a quote from the Polygon network developers. We suspect there may have been a bug in the upgrade which affected consensus and caused different Heimdall validators to be on different versions of the chain, thereby not reaching 2/3 consensus. So, the statement is as follows. The Polygon network is unreliable. Is that an overreaction or is that not an overreaction? Robin, you can go first.
I think it's not an overreaction.
Really?
Being
you think
down,
it's unreliable?
Being down for half a day, basically, it's not good. I mean, you were over here throwing all kinds of shade at Solana for
Yeah,
going
this
down.
is the first time, not the fifth time.
But it's not like it was a little hiccup or some little backdoor patch.
Yeah,
They
but
fixed it.
I'll
Like
say
the
my
thing,
piece when
the
you're done.
thing, it went down for half a day, and this is a major project, man. With this isn't ain't no small potatoes here, and or sweet potatoes, and so I don't know, man. I mean, these things happen. So am I? And I have a lot of Matic. I have a lot of Polygon. Am I going out and selling it? No. Do I still believe in the project? Yes. Is it concerning? Absolutely. Because I bet you this won't be the last time. My concern is if this happens, what happens when Ethereum goes to its upgrade and more people are transacting, there's more traffic and there's more use on Polygon, and there's a lot of big partnerships and there's a lot of utility on Polygon. And so for me, what happens when they start getting a lot more people using it? Is it going to happen again? Is it going to be worse? Is it going to be, instead of 11 hours, is it going to be, 40 hours?
Here's the thing though. So this is 100% an overreaction, 100%, and I'll tell you why. You can pinpoint a reason to why the network went down. They went through an upgrade. There was an issue with the consensus, and the network went down. What do you say about Solana? DDoS attacks, back to back to back to back to back. So this has never happened on Polygon. It happened after a network upgrade. So they've been handling transactions. They've been doing a shitload of transactions on their network for a long time without any hiccups. And now they do a upgrade. There's a hiccup. Yes, it took long, but it's fixed. I don't see this happening again. Do I see DDoS?
They fixed it 3 days ago. It's not like this has happened 2 months ago.
But the upgrade, and of course, there's always some shit on the back end that you overlook or something pops up you're not prepared for. And here you are. This is what happens. So validators were on different chains, so they weren't able to reach the 2/3 consensus. So they were not producing any blocks for 11 hours. Is that a long time to get the network back up? Yes. But is the network unreliable because of what happened? No, that's a total overreaction.
It was unreliable for 11
hours. Yeah. I'm saying, man, Solana's worse. So is it concerning? Not really. To me, it's not. I definitely think it's an overreaction. All right. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, if you think Solana, if you think Polygon, I hate Solana. If you think Polygon is now an unreliable network because of what happened, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's overblown, put a 2 in the chat. Let us know what you guys think. All right. Next article, Overreaction Monday. The SEC rejects spot Bitcoin ETF applications from NYDIG and Global X. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has disapproved spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund applications from the New York Digital Investment Group, also known as NYDIG, and fund manager Global X after deferring on a decision several times in the last year. So here's the statement. Overreaction or not an overreaction? We won't see a Bitcoin spot ETF as long as Gary Gensler is in office. We will not see a spot ETF with Gensler in office. So for us to see it, we got to have a new SEC commissioner. Is that an overreaction or is that not an overreaction? I'm starting to think that's not an overreaction. What is this, the 4th or 5th one that they flat out just declined? These applications were put in August of last year. They were said no. They made changes to it, and now they're saying no again. You knew you were going to say no. Why did it take you 9 months? He's just treading it along. I feel like part of his legacy, he doesn't want to be the guy that approves a spot ETF. And I don't know why. He's just so anti-ETF for Bitcoin and crypto. He'll do a futures one, but not one that's directly tied to the actual asset. So I'm starting to think that we're not going to see a spot ETF under his administration at the SEC. Even with the pro-Biden executive order, even with all the institutions getting into crypto, I don't know, man. I'm looking at his track record and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, how much more evidence do you need that people want crypto? People are okay with the volatility because they keep dumping money into it. If institutions are okay with the volatile markets of crypto, retail investors are fine. they're fine. Stop trying to shelter everyone from everything. People make their own money. They pay taxes on their money. Let them spend their money how they want to spend it. So this is not an overreaction. Robin?
It's definitely an overreaction, baby. Definitely. Why y'all tripping? Why y'all tripping? Okay? Because this ain't crap. Because Grayscale, that's the truth. That's the truth. But don't nobody care about no Global X, NYDIG, whatever.
NYDIG?
NYDIG and Global X
They're
are two.
huge.
Yeah, I know they're huge, but they're not huge in the ETF world. And anyways, we're waiting for the Grayscale one. That's the important one, okay?
That one
This
got
other-
denied too.
No, that one got pushed back. It's pushed back till
Yeah, just like this one did. You think
Yeah,
that
but
one?
here's the difference. Here's the difference. You have an executive order signed by Biden where he's trying to, where he basically came out saying he is bullish on crypto, and he's bullish on the technology. He's bullish on the adoption, and he wants to let, quote, from the executive order, wants to give. I don't know the exact quote, but he wants to give the people that have been shunned, that have been put out, that didn't have the access to investments, and he wants to give them the power. He wants to let them have financial freedom. And what's the best financial freedom? Is a spot Bitcoin ETF. So that way, if you want to get exposure to crypto, you want to get exposure to Bitcoin, and you don't want to go through the channels of a crypto exchange, and you already use Wall Street, there you go. You can get it that way. So I think because the pressure is on the SEC to embrace crypto, and Grayscale is obviously the favorite, and not to mention the SEC has been asking questions. They've been asking the community. The SEC said, "Hey, let us know."
Like they give a shit about the community.
Well, apparently they did, because they said
it's all a ploy.
they said, "Hey, look here, guys."
It's all PR bullshit.
They're like, if you like this spot Bitcoin ETF,
Robin, you
let
really
us know.
believe you really
Let us
believe there
know.
was any weight behind those public comments people made? No, it was not. It's a fucking PR ploy. It's a way for them. Yeah, we care about what you think. And I want to know the poll of the people.
I do agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? I want to know the poll of the people, what they wanted.
But here's the thing: why would they do that PR stunt? Why would they go?
Because they want to make it seem like they're doing it for us.
Yeah, exactly. They want to make it seem like they're leaning that direction and that they're open to doing it.
And they're like,
and
psych,
so
no
the
motherfucker.
best contender to launch off the spot Bitcoin ETF is Grayscale, because they literally have the Bitcoin already. They're just going to convert their trust over to the spot Bitcoin ETF. It's literally, it's all set up. It's all nice and
Let me ask you this question, Robin. Hypothetically speaking, if the Grayscale one gets denied, will you?
Oh, that shit gets denied, then 2027. like if that one gets denied, there's no hope. There's no hope for a spot Bitcoin ETF if they get denied. I'll be honest with you.
Not under Gary Gensler. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
this is not an overreaction. What do you guys think? Is it an overreaction? Put a 1. Is it not an overreaction? Put a 2. Let us know what you think.
That's right.
All right. We're getting to our next segment. The mucho caliente fueguito de la mañanito, the hot take.
It's hot.
Mucho español. Mucho fuego.
Perdóneme, señoras y señores, tenemos este hot take aquí. ¿Sí? ¿Están escuchando? Órale. All right. So I'm going to preface our hot take by reading a stat, okay? 94% of wealthy crypto entrepreneurs have made their wealth purely on their own, a new report suggests. So they have made their wealth on their own. So all the money that has gone into crypto has been their own money. So the hot take is this. Will this trend continue, or will inherited money start flowing into crypto? So as we move forward, the majority of the money that comes into the crypto space, will that be money that's self-made, or will a majority of it be inherited money? So I'll go first. I think this trend is going to go the opposite way. You have the baby boomer generation, which is the largest generation ever. They are retiring at a breakneck pace. I want to say their average. Rob, will you do me a favor? Will you look up the average savings of a baby boomer right now?
Uh,
Because what's going to happen, right? So you got the boomers that are between the ages of 60 and 80. Then their kids, which are between the ages of 35 and 50, 35 and 40, 30 and 40, whatever the case may be. That's our generation, right? I'm 32. He's 30. He's 48. Rocco's like 22.
Here, grab my laptop real quick. So we have $144,000.
$144,000.
That's pretty good.
And that's not including any life insurance, okay?
That's the median savings balance
For
among
baby boomers, right?
Yeah.
There you go. That's not including any life insurance. So I don't know if there's a metric that shows that the average amount of life insurance that baby boomers have. But what's going to happen when the baby boomer generation passes away and all that wealth gets transferred to their next of kin, their kids, their grandkids? You have a bunch of mid 30, early 40s, late 20-year-olds who now have a shitload of money. They're fed up with the traditional system. So they're not just going to go dump everything into a 401k, into a Roth IRA, into the stock market. They're going to put a lot of that money into new technology, into the crypto space. So as we move forward, we will see more money that's inherited be put into the crypto market. So this 94% will go down, and it'll go down gradually. And once our generation gets to the baby boomers age, I think the number will continue to grow as crypto and blockchain continue to grow. So that's my take on this. Robin, what do you think?
I'm in a disagreement here. I think that traditional markets are just gonna flood this thing and old money. You know what?
What happens to old money when the holder of the old money is no longer here?
Well, here's the thing: is the baby boomers aren't going to die in the next 5 years. I mean, but crypto's going to explode in the next 5 years. I mean, yeah, I get it. The baby boomers are aging, but they're not 95 years old. Like the baby boomers are 55 to I think 68.
I want to say born in the 40s through. Go ahead, you talk. I'll pull it up.
So, yeah. Anyways. Definitely, you're going to see the transition of money, just in the same way that you've seen.
Sorry, Rob, between 57 and 75 years old.
Okay, so yeah, I mean they are they're getting up there in age, but I mean at the end of the day, like they're not going to fall off the face of the earth in the next couple of years. But I do think you're going to get an explosion of cryptocurrency adoption in the next few years. And with that said, you're going to have rapid inflation. I mean, we've gone through basically a halving of your U.S. dollar spending power. You had 30 plus 40% back-to-back inflations in 2021 or 2020 to 2022. And so pretty sure it's going to be even worse next year, or not inflation, excuse me, money printing. So they increased the supply of money by 30-something% in 2020 and by 40-something% in 2021. So you just do the math. What would happen if you doubled the supply of Bitcoin? Price would tank, right?
Yeah.
And so the same can be said for our currency. And so we see you have the cause and you see the effect. The effect is rapid inflation. And it's getting to a point where it's becoming hyperinflation. I was reading an article last night through my research that bread, bacon, lobsters, all of this. Bacon.
No.
Yeah. And so what's going on in Russia is also big. Oh, did you know they banned Russian vodka?
They did. A lot of the bars in Vegas, you won't find any Russian vodka here.
Yeah. Did you know Smirnoff is no longer Russian vodka?
Yeah. Aren't they rebranding? No, that was Stoli, right?
Stoli, yeah. So
Stolichnaya.
Here's the thing, man. So they're basically doing a trade embargo. So all of the products from Russia are kind of categorized the same way as like Cuban. Just like we can't get any Cuban cigars here, or Cuban rum. Same's going to be the same unless something U-turns here or something changes. Same's going to be for Russia. I did receive through my wife. She received some Russian pastries, which over the weekend there's like this little marshmallow thingies with chocolate on the outside. Oh, good things were good. And then some hazelnut stuff and some coffee. But those days are gone. No longer am I going to have these delicate Russian pastries. They have terrible soda, though. Let me tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Coca-Cola and Pepsi has exited Russia. Let me tell you something. Your backup options there in Russia are bad, man.
RC Cola and
No, it's like this is like the weird flavors. It's like it's like
bread.
It's like bread, soda bread.
Soda bread.
No, it's like I don't know, man. Like pineapple weird stuff. I like pineapple soda, like the pineapple Fanta. That's my jam. Put a one in the chat if you're a fan of pineapple Fanta.
What were we saying about bacon?
Anyways, yeah.
Bacon's
Interest, inflation. There's so
Interest
much
in bacon is way down.
There's interest going on. Interest rate hikes this week too. That's on my head. But anyways, inflation, it's out of control. And so what was the topic? Where am I at here?
You went so off.
Baby
topic.
boomer.
Yeah, I was talking
You
about
literally,
soda,
you were
Russia,
driving on the interstate,
and
there was 10 exits,
soda bread.
and you took all 10 of them.
soda bread. Also my daughter lives my daughter lives in Israel. They have soda bread. That's I'm telling you, soda bread. I don't know why they call it soda bread because it looks like a regular loaf of bread. But anyways, what was our hot take? Oh, 90% of okay.
Will
boomers.
more inherited money come into the crypto?
So they're gonna see this inflation's out of control. We already see it. Hyperinflation is here, everybody. Look at the price of gas has doubled. A hot dog now it costs a lot of money, and bacon is now for rich people. And good luck trying to find a lobster. That's all I got.
Keynes and Leon, what's going on, guys?
So anyways,
Thanks, Robin.
people are gonna see their money deteriorating, whether it's baby boomers or not, and people that are invested and have savings account are seeing their purchasing power disappear literally before their eyes. And what is a saving grace? Cryptocurrency. It is an avenue to protect yourself from all of those pains.
I dated a girl named Grace one time. I'm starting to turn into you, bro. I don't like it. Never mind. We're done with the hot take. Every little thing. Oh yeah, I remember one time I watched the show Grace and Will. No. Anyways, we're done with the hot take. We're gonna get into our next segment.
Just to recap, David is saying all the baby boomers are dying in 2 years.
That's not what I said. I said
they're all dying
as they gradually leave this earth, that money will transfer to their next generation, which
Help
is more
to make it to the
pro
Bitcoin
crypto.
convention.
If you were over 57 years old,
You die. Get right with God. Get your affairs in order. All right, we're done. We're done with the hot take. Let's move on to our next segment, the talking points. Let's go. So, possible terrible news. Now, I say possible. We'll see what happens coming out of the EU. So, the first article we're going to talk about is the European Union to vote over crypto proof of work ban on Monday. The bill allowing European...
today is Monday.
Yeah. The bill allowing European Parliament to ban cryptocurrencies using proof of work mining, including Bitcoin, has made its way back into the draft. And they will vote over it on Monday, which is, as Robin said, today. This is a quote from Patrick Henson, who is the head of strategy and growth. Crypto assets shall be subject to minimum environmental sustainability standards with respect to their consensus mechanisms used for validating transactions before being issued, offered, or admitted to trading in the union, reads the draft. Crypto assets that are issued, offered, or admitted to trading in the union before shall set up and maintain a phased rollout plan to ensure compliance with such requirements in accordance with the conditions and criteria referred to in paragraph 3. And I think there was a paragraph D. Oh, okay, here. He also suggested that since it is a last-minute addition to the bill, so I'm surprised this doesn't only happen in the U.S. where they try to squeeze in a last-minute bullshit amendment to something. It happens
They scratched this thing and then put it back in.
Last minute. These politicians are so... The members can vote in its favor. However, he also expects that it will be dropped in the future in the upcoming trilogue negotiations. So it made its way back. It made its way back in. People can vote on it, but he thinks it'll get dropped. So then what the hell is the point? Like, what's the point? There's a reason you dropped it in the first place, right? Then you're going back
and there's a reason they put it back in there. Some freaking climate douchebag over here was pressing to put it back in.
So because one person said,
no, I'm sure there's more than there's a camp. There's two camps. One side of the camp, you got Bitcoin helps the world. The other side of the camp, it's Bitcoin destroying the world. And unfortunately, I think when it comes to politics, there's more people that lean destroying the world. That's my opinion there.
Yeah, because it's
there's no poll or consensus. We can't really know who stands on what side as far as numbers. But
you think this is going to pass?
No,
I don't either. I don't. Either.
Here's the thing: you're trying to take you're demanding basically Bitcoin change to proof of stake, or you're getting banned. And newsflash, you ain't gonna ban Bitcoin. Sorry. And they're not gonna move to proof of stake.
They can ban mining.
Now I've been a little vocal on the fact that it does use a lot of energy. And you know, I think we're probably the only crypto channel that I've seen that isn't on the boat where we're like, I'm telling you, every channel that I've seen is like, well, it doesn't use that much energy. It's all FUD, blah, blah, blah. It uses a lot of damn energy, man. Get out of here. They're building entire warehouses where they have none but freaking ASICs or, you know, the mining rigs.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's unnecessary, man. And I get it. And even right now, it's still a small fraction of the global's energy output. I get it. But what concerns me is that it's a positive feedback loop when it comes to these miners picking up more and more units. So as they drive profit and they get more money and the price of Bitcoin goes up, then they reinvest and buy more units. And then to keep up, all the competition does the same. And the hash rate goes up. And difficulty in mining goes up. Anyways, it's just been a parabolic rise in energy usage. And it's just going to get worse. So, I mean, I've said it before. I'm like, just put a cap on the damn hash rate. Or at least freaking put, like, kind of like they do the halving. Just stop with the hash rate increase. And then maybe, like, every 4 years, you bump up the hash rate a little bit. Because right now, it's just, everybody's just flexing. Everybody's flexing. All these miners are like, yeah, we just got $500 million of freaking ASICs of mining units. And then the next publicly traded mining company is like, all right, our turn. We got $1 billion worth of it. Anyways, it's just everybody flexing on everybody, and it's consuming a lot of energy. And I don't really care if all the other crypto world disagrees with me. It's a little unnecessary. But with that said, they're not going to move over. I think proof of work for Bitcoin has worked beautifully. I think it's a great idea. I think it's never going to change. I think there should be some kind of implementation to like curtail the exponential growth when it comes to its energy usage. Because right now it uses a lot, and you know what? In the future it's going to use 10, 20, 40 times more than it does already. So, all
right, interesting. Let us know what you guys think. Is Bitcoin bad for the environment? Does it use a lot of energy? Put a 1 in the chat. If it's FUD, put a 2 in the chat.
They use a lot of green energy. So it's not really bad for the environment. I think the fact that everyone says it's so polluting, that is overblown. I'm just saying that the course that Bitcoin is on ain't a good road if you're looking out 10 years, 20 years from now. And so that's where I'm at.
All right, let's move on. Some news coming out across the pond in the UK. Bitcoin ATMs forced to shut down in the UK. Oh no. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority, we'll call them the FCA, yesterday declared that ATMs offering crypto asset exchange services in the UK must be registered with them and comply with UK money laundering regulations. 70 machines are still active at the time of writing. Yesterday was 10, so 10 machines are down. We're down 10 of our brothers, 10 of our machines. The Bitcoin ATM industry has been growing for years as consumers want fast and easy access to their Bitcoin or cash. The licenses are costly and the compliance burden is heavy in most EU companies. And I'm sure that's on purpose. So why does the FCA drop it like it's hot now? Could it be related to capital flight from an inflationary currency? Or is it international pressure a potential reason as Russians in the UK try to get cash? It could also be seen as a final preparation of the market for a big institution to take over the entire Bitcoin ATM market share. What do you think it's any of those reasons, Robin? Capital flight from inflationary currency, the Russians in the UK trying to get cash, or big institutions are trying to take over the ATM world? What?
I can't believe they actually wrote that. Russians in the UK trying to get cash. Like all of a sudden, like there's a multi-billionaire oligarch in Russia. I mean, from Russia.
Go to the gas station,
like
at
sitting
an
there,
ATM.
you know, hat down, looking all spy-like, and like at the ATM, like trying to
That's a valid point.
trying to withdraw like $50 million. Like, get out of here, man.
This ATM not work.
How did that thesis even end up in that article? That's freaking.
I like this writer. This is a good writer right here. That's a well article. Andy Savage, great job, man.
You know,
What do you think it is?
I don't know, man.
So, okay, do you agree though?
It's stupid.
Do you agree that they made the licenses very costly and compliance burden heavy to deter people from trying to get it?
Okay, I'm just saying that like whatever it takes to open up a regular ATM should be the same regulation for a Bitcoin one. And if it's a lot harder to run a Bitcoin ATM, then why? What's the problem here? I'm not really understanding that.
Europe's disappointing me.
So
So what do you think it is? Why are they doing this, Robin? Do you think it's any of the three listed reasons? The guy who wrote the article.
Okay, here's my thesis. If you're gonna ask me,
Yeah.
is because a traditional ATM taps into your bank account. Your bank account is KYC'd. So if you're going to a Bitcoin ATM and you're inserting cash and you're buying Bitcoin, you're getting it out. Then later on you go up, and I'm not exactly sure how. Now all Bitcoin ATMs are a little different, but generally this is how it should work. And I'm not sure how they're set up there in England, but you put your cash, you put your Bitcoin back in, spits out cash, or at least a voucher. You go and cash out somewhere else. But there's really no KYC there. So if you want to be on the same roadmap as a traditional ATM, then why not have like a Coinbase or a Binance ATM? The same way like you have a Bank of America and a Wells Fargo ATM, you go there and then you can withdraw, buy, deposit, and transact at your Binance ATM. So that would be what I would say.
That would be a great idea. Can you imagine instead of waiting for your money to hit your account, you can just go to like a Coinbase ATM, log into your account, and pull money out? You might be onto something, bro. That's a good idea. I legit thought you were gonna say something dumb, like it was gonna be one of your stupid funny things you say. But that's a great point, man. That's a really, really good point. I would love to see that. Let us know if you like Robin's idea and you would love to see a Coinbase, a Binance ATM somewhere near you where you can go, log into your account, withdraw, deposit money directly without having to go to your bank. Let us know what you guys think. If that's a good idea, put a 1. If it's not, put a 2. All right. I think part of it is the first reason. Could it be related to capital flight from an inflationary currency? So they're scared. So the more access people have to crypto and Bitcoin, the less they're going to be focused on the traditional system. And that includes the national currency. And so what happens if all your people stop transacting or buying or storing, saving your national currency, the price is going to continue to drop. So it's a direct threat to the entire country. And for the U.S., since the dollar is a reserve currency, it's a threat to the entire world. So they're treading carefully. They don't want to make it as accessible as just going to an ATM, pulling money out, or whatever the case may be with the traditional banking. So I definitely think that could be a big reason. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. You got the vote coming in today for the EU. Then you got this going on. Europe, what are you doing? What the hell wrong with you? Get on board or get left behind. Right, Robin? Yeah. All right, we're moving on. Citi's digital asset co-heads resigned with plans to create a crypto startup. Alex Crete, which is the co-head of digital assets at Citi, a giant bank operating mainly in the U.S., announced his resignation from the banking giant after 11 years at the firm. He stated in his post that he intends to devote himself full-time to developing a new cryptocurrency company. His other co-head of digital assets, Greg Girasole. Rocco, is that good? Girasole.
Girasole. Yeah.
Girasole also announced his departure via LinkedIn, and together he and Crete plan to start their own blockchain-related venture. Crete's excitement for this new undertaking stemmed from the belief that digital assets will, quote, continue to grow in importance to global capital markets and the formation of new business models. And he said it will. He wants to, quote, assist in the maturation of this market. That's what he said. So here's another example of traditional finance, traditional Wall Street, traditional banking, people jumping ship, leaving for the crypto world. I always say, and I will continue to say, follow the money. Where are resources being put? You literally have someone who's been a co-head of digital assets at one of the largest banks in the country of the U.S.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
What?
Flip over to my laptop real quick. EU votes 32-23 against de facto Bitcoin.
Yeah, we made it, guys. We're champions. We are the champions. That was kind of close, though. Huh?
El campeón. El campeón.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. There you go. No ban on Bitcoin in Europe. Here comes the Bitcoin pump.
Right on time with the we finished talking about the article and bam.
Yeah, I like it. All right, beautiful. Thanks for that update, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so back to what I was saying with Citi. You can go back to my laptop, Rocco. Thank you, sir. So here you have. Sorry, you can go back to me. My bad. So here we have another big giant. I mean, think about it. 11 years, and I'm sure he was getting paid well. Sure, he was living a great lifestyle. You're giving all that up because you see such potential in a market that's so underdeveloped currently that you are willing to leave everything behind, your entire life success, everything you've done for the last 11 years, for a reputable giant company like Citibank to go all in and help the blockchain industry. This is not the first time, it's not the second time, and it won't be the last time. I absolutely love this. Follow the money. When FUD and doubt get into your head, do some research. Watch Sin City Crypto. We'll tell you what's going on. You're not going to get it from CNN. You're not going to get it from Fox, some CNBC. You're not. So, because this is not what they want you to know, because they want to get ahead of the game. If every retail investor knew what was going on, right? Like the people in our chat, you guys are up to date because you come, especially the ones that come day after day. You are in the know every single day, up to date with everything going on in the market. So you're able to make wise decisions. You're able to get ahead of the pack. That's the benefit of spending an hour and a half a day understanding and learning what's going on in the crypto market. You think everyone's doing that? No. I can argue not more than 10% are doing that. So you have these companies that won't talk about it. You got these big news outlets that won't ever announce something like this because they want to, like, you know, if you find something that's so valuable, you're not going to go out and tell everyone. You're going to go buy it first or try to acquire it first and then tell everyone. That's what's happening in our space. It'll continue to happen until it's inevitable and they have zero choice. They're backed into a corner. This is amazing. Robin?
Yeah. 100%, bro. Yeah. That was a long ass rant.
It was, man. You get long rants. I don't get long rants. I don't get long rants all the time. So.
You went
It was a good rant.
A lot of different directions there.
It was a good rant. I go. Hey, here's the difference between me and you. I go a lot of directions, but I will always tie it back into my main point. You go this direction, Russian pastries.
Okay, here's the thing. When
vodka,
I go off a different direction,
bacon, soda water.
I may forget the path back, but I do find my way back eventually. Okay. No, you know what? I mean, how much money is Citibank going to pay you compared to what you can make off your own blockchain? It's just simple as that.
But it's still a risk. It's a huge risk, bro.
Yeah,
it's a huge risk.
But if you, here's the thing: it's all risk reward, and that's life. You know, if you if you don't take risks in life, period, you're never really gonna get that reward. You're gonna have a boring ass life. And so, if you are trying to be successful and you're trying to make a name for yourself, and you're trying to, whether it be wealth or happiness or leisure or whatever the hell you're looking for, if you don't take any risks, ain't nothing gonna be given to you.
I
And if
get
you
it, but
play
how
it
many
safe.
people actually take those risks, right? Like, I agree with what you're
Well,
saying.
the people, these
People,
how do
people
you
won't
think
even
this?
risk
How do you
putting.
think the co-head of Citibank got there? He probably took a crap ton of risk. You know what I mean? Those positions aren't handed out. You got to freaking bust your ass, and you got to do things you don't like, and you got to grind it out, and you got to take positions you don't care for eventually, and you got to be friends with people like this guy. Anybody, these super successful people, they all take big ass risks. That's the reason they got where they're at. And so, he just sees the money all over there. He's like, oh, that's risky, but hey, you know what? Fuck it. YOLO.
I like it. I wish more people would do it. All right, we're moving on. Big NFT news. Yuga Labs, which is the company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club, obtains CryptoPunks and Meebits. So Meebits was a spinoff on CryptoPunks, just like you had the Bored Apes and Mutant Apes, same thing, CryptoPunks, Meebits. Gives commercial rights to NFT holders. That right there is huge. You can make money off of your ape because you now own commercial rights to it. On Friday, Yuga Labs, the firm behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, announced the company acquired the intellectual property behind CryptoPunks and Meebits brands. Furthermore, after obtaining the IP from Larva Labs, Yuga has decided to go, quote, to give, quote, full commercial rights to the NFT holders. And here's from the Yuga Labs Twitter account, some big news to share today. Yuga has acquired the CryptoPunks and Meebits collection. And the first thing we're doing is giving full commercial rights to NFT holders, just like we did for the Bored Apes and Mutant Ape owners. So, is this bad because now it essentially creates a monopoly? Right? You have two of the largest NFT collections, the most successful CryptoPunks Bored Apes, now is controlled by one company. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Robin, what do you think?
Centralization.
Centralization?
Do you think centralization is good, or do you think centralization is bad? Are you a fan of decentralization?
I am.
Do you like regulation, rules?
I don't think
all government and private business controlling the some people do. Some people like having a bank account and being rest assured that somebody's in control of it. And there's certain people that like to bury money in their backyard and control their own cash and unplug from the system. And essentially that's what it is you just have the monopolization of private sectors, and that's the natural evolution of free markets. It's the same way that Amazon buys up smaller companies, Google and Microsoft. They buy up smaller companies that either to innovate and grow or to squash out competition. And so there you go. That's what it is. Now, my opinion, I like both. I like the conveniences and the growth, and I like my packages from Amazon showing up at my doorstep in 4 hours after I order it. But then I also do like small businesses.
Well, you like the fact that you can pick up the phone, call Amazon, and say, "Where the hell's my package?" You can't do that.
Yeah, but I also do like traditional furniture stores, like antique stores, and a real bookstore that you can walk into, and maybe an electronics store where you can walk into an electronics store and be like, hey, this microphone don't work, and the guy's a tech expert. He knows about it, instead of trying to scroll through the internet and read reviews on Amazon. So anyways, there's best of both worlds. What's that?
You ever go to Radio Shack?
Radio Shack. I used to.
Radio Shack's gonna be an NFT now.
Give it up, Radio Shack. Whatever you got, liquidate that thing. Hang it up. No. So, anyways, it's just the coalition. Basically the NFT marketplace. The big players starting to come together. Yeah, natural free market evolution. This is what happens in every industry, and
if I was
NFT is no exception.
If I was a holder of CryptoPunks, I would not be happy.
Why? You see what happens with
Success.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon and Google and all the big companies do this. So if you're holding Bored Ape Yacht Club and you just had a merger of the two biggest projects, and others as well. Just think about what that does for the future and longevity of it. And so if you're holding it, that's great. If you're looking for cool little things where the community is like this and that, that's disappearing quick with these two projects.
But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be happy. We should ask our NFT expert we brought on what he thinks because he's got a couple CryptoPunks and Bored Apes. All right, let's move on.
Oh! My wife just texted me. She said she's gonna go pick up Russian dumplings. Got to go get those before they get blacklisted.
Wow.
Have you ever
Thanks for
had the
that.
Russian dumplings?
Breaking update. Robin's getting Russian dumplings after the show. All right, let's move on to what you came here for.
Russian dumplings?
No, which is cryptocurrency news. All right, let's pull up my laptop. Next article we're talking about. Privacy crypto assets, Monero and Zcash see double-digit gains amid tightened global economy. In the midst of a restricted global economy, the top two privacy-centric crypto assets, Monero and Zcash, saw a significant increase in value last week. As economic sanctions continue to restrict the world's trade further, privacy coins may be reaping the benefit from a tighter financial world. 5 days later, and during the last 24 hours, the market cap of all privacy coins were up 1.4% to $10 billion. So I'm going to pose a question to Robin. I'm going to pose a question to the chat. When there is global financial uncertainty, are privacy coins a good hedge? Robin, what are your thoughts? Are privacy coins a good hedge when there is global financial uncertainty?
I'm not a fan of privacy coins, period. I don't think they're ever going to be mass adopted. I think that it's too easy for criminals to use. And I don't believe in this whole criminals are going to do their own thing. They're going to do illegal activity. But just in the eyes of the government, they want to know where money's going. And with blockchain, it's all public ledger. So you can see the wallet addresses, where you can track all of this down. So that's one of the great attributes of blockchain. And then if you just try to censor that and transact completely anonymously, government ain't going to be down with it. I don't think they're ever going to accept it. So with that said, yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay.
So
I do think it's a good hedge, and we're seeing it play out. Eddie, what's up, bro?
What up, Eddie?
How come you didn't answer when I called you this morning, man? Fucked up. So privacy coins, as you can see, with what happened in Russia, with what's going on in the world, the coins pumped. And what did you say before the show, Robin? When we were brainstorming, you said you think someone said, was it all the Russian people buying all these privacy coins? Is that you?
No.
Who said that? Someone said that. Anyways, I do think it's a good hedge against global economic uncertainty. And you see it already happening now.
But if you have global economic uncertainty and you're not doing something shady or illegal, why don't you just buy Bitcoin?
Because they can put a freeze, right, on your... Dude,
if you're a Russian citizen or Ukrainian citizen, the only people that are going to freeze it is if you're sanctioned.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but even
it's
then...
literally like a list of 15 people.
What if you are the granddaughter of one of the oligarchs that's sanctioned, and you have nothing to do, you haven't talked to your grandfather in 30 years, and now you're saying...
And maybe now it's time to talk to Granddad. Granddad, can you tell Putin to cut this shit the hell out? Like, this is out of control. Like my phone, this is out of control. Like,
I fucking love you, bro. You're funny.
Like, hey.
Well, maybe now it's time to talk to your granddad.
Last time you went on a golfing trip, you should have brought up, don't invade Ukraine. I told you to say it. You didn't want to.
Guys, I want to let you in on a little secret, all right?
The funny thing is I literally have a phone right here. I could have pretended to.
This dude, Robin, all right, he says some really funny things and some really good things. And they're all literally off the top of his head. This is not rehearsed. He doesn't tell me, hey, I'm going to say this. This is literally, that's why you see me laughing all the time, because this is my first time hearing it. It's your first time hearing it. You're very talented in that sector, bro. That was funny. Well, maybe it's now time to call your granddad. Let us know what you guys think. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that privacy coins are a good hedge against global uncertainty in the world, or if it's a bad, if it's not, put a 2. 1 yes, 2 no. All right, let's move on. Some bullish Bitcoin. Well, I don't know if this is bullish. We'll let you guys decide. Over 99% of all Bitcoin volume comes from transactions of over $100,000 fueled by institutions. New data has highlighted the significant role of institutional investors in Bitcoin transactions as the asset continues to experience wild price swings. Currently, institutions account for over 99% of all Bitcoin volume emanating from transactions valued at over $100,000. Historically, institutional interest in Bitcoin has pumped the price high, but the report acknowledges that it is not the case at the moment. Notably, several factors are behind Bitcoin's appeal. Bless you. Several factors are behind Bitcoin's appeal to institutions with the potential of an upside growth ranking top. According to Finbol's previous report, despite Bitcoin opening the year on a negative note, the asset had outperformed. I'm going to start over. Despite Bitcoin opening the year on a negative note, the asset had outperformed the top 6 tech stocks by an average return of 12.24%. Started off in the we went from 67 to 34K. So we lost almost half, well, pretty much half. And we are still outpacing the top 6 tech stocks. 12.24%. Amazing. Number 2, additionally, most economies have had a near zero interest rate environment in recent months, leaving Bitcoin and other crypto as an ideal alternative for institutions. Robin? I'd like to get your thoughts, please.
I don't know. I'm collecting my thoughts here. So the retail investors are gone, and the market is single-handedly being held up by institutions. This is the writing on the wall.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
And it's a good thing because last cycle, when the retail investors left, Bitcoin just tanked out, and we went into a really hard drop, which went into our prolonged bear market. I think the only thing stopping that from happening is the institutions. And unfortunately, I don't think there's enough institutions to keep that from at least dropping more than it is now. We talked about it before. 30,000, low 30,000. You say 20-something thousand.
I said mid-20s, but you know, as new information comes about like this, I might change my
I still think the ultra floor is 30,000.
We'll see.
Ultra floor, baby.
But here's the great thing, right? So you got institutions propping up Bitcoin, like Robin said. So you got big price swings. Now it has been consolidating more, but once retail comes back in, it'll literally be an absolute moonshot. It'll be a moonshot, and then it'll start stabilizing, right? Institutions, if you got only institution, you're going to see a lot of volatility. If you have retail plus institution, you'll see a little more stability because retail investors, the average retail investor doesn't have $100,000 to transact on Bitcoin.
I do.
Okay, Robin. Everyone except Robin does. God, I don't know what I was going to say now. Thanks, Robin. All right, let's move on. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak expects Bitcoin to hit 100K, says, I just really feel it from all the interest. So, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak expects the price of Bitcoin to hit 100K. The interest in crypto is so high, he said. He also shared his Bitcoin investing experience. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin at the start to say, how do you play with this new thing? How do you buy something online? I conquered that. How do you buy things in other countries? And how would you pay for a donut in another country?
It looks like a man is eating a lot of donuts.
Are you fat shaming, bro? That's terrible. Robin, we're going to get canceled because of you.
I'm not fat shaming. Just say. If it had said, how do you buy a quinoa salad? I'd be like, BS.
Anyways. How do you find an ATM that works on your Bitcoin? I want to experiment and learn it all, said the Apple co-founder, adding, and then Bitcoin went way up. Well, I got scared and sold all my Bitcoin except one. So this vernacular doesn't seem to fit the CEO of a multi-billion dollar company, right? I bought a bunch of Bitcoin.
I disagree with you.
I bought a bunch of Bitcoin. How do you buy something online? I want to experiment. And then Bitcoin went way up. Well, I got scared and I sold all my Bitcoin. It just doesn't sound like the vernacular used by CEO of the largest tech company in the world. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Hey, did you watch the interview?
It's way more relatable to the regular folk like us.
Did you watch the interview?
Did I watch? No, I'm
okay. So hey, let me tell you what he said in the interview. The man has never even owned stock in his own company. He just
I was getting to that.
So he doesn't invest. So he's not an investor. So the fact that he decided to pick up some Bitcoin and use it to see how it works, it kind of fits the mold. If you don't own any stock in your own company and you don't buy and trade on Wall Street, why all of a sudden you're going to start hodling Bitcoin? So I think it fits.
I think he still has the one he kept?
He says he does. The interesting thing is, he also launched his own crypto token.
He did?
What? It's called like the Wanzak coin. It's a so he was talking about it on his podcast. So he launched a Wozniak coin, and it's to incentivize companies.
It's a deflationary token.
To incentivize companies to become more green, and if you go green, you get tokens, or I don't know exactly how it works. But anyways,
and he goes on.
Nobody cares about.
He goes on to say his purpose is to have enough to play with, experiment, but not make money on it. However, 2 times it's gone way up and I made money. So, Apple CEO never invested in stocks, but has Bitcoin. Very bullish. He's gonna make it. All right, next article. Jack Dorsey's Block Bitcoin wallet project to use fingerprint technology for security. The upcoming wallet product will be outfitted with fingerprint sensor devices for security, according to a new update. The team behind the wallet announced that the project will include both hardware and mobile app to enable customers to set their own preferences in terms of convenience and security. And I'm going to read this. This is directly from the project people. Not sure if it's exactly Jack Dorsey, but from Block. For transactions that require using the wallet hardware, we want our customers to be able to unlock their wallet securely, but with ease. An unlikely combination that historically has not existed in the market. True. We believe PINs, passwords, and seed phrases are confusing and often not secure given the workarounds normal people have to create, given all the friction. This compounds when the need for those passwords are more rare. Every authentication technology comes with trade-offs. We're excited about the security against theft or misuse that fingerprint sensor data will provide, the peace of mind that will come from not needing to remember yet another PIN, and the ease of placing a finger on the sensor rather than manipulating tiny finger-prone buttons on a difficult-to-read screen. Of course, fingerprint sensor data will never leave the hardware device. I'm kind of digging this, man. I'm kind of digging this. I am, I've been in crypto for a while, and I still get nervous with holding on to my seed phrases. Because if I ever lose that, it's gone. So I'll do a check on those about once every week, make sure the ink's not fading, blah, 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 blah.
I heard a interesting take on seed phrases, and that it's the one thing that you can do, basically, for the Bitcoin network, if you memorize your 12-word seed phrase, that you are your own bank, and you basically can go anywhere. And
but what if you have multiple wallets, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, say you're a refugee.
Yeah.
And you have nothing. You go across the border with t-shirt, jeans, nothing else. You get searched when you're crossing the border for whatever reason. You pass a Russian checkpoint. But
they scan your brain and they find the seed.
They scan your brain. Tell us what the 12 words are.
Sir, step this way, please. Bring out the MRI.
But anyways, so yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, if you just memorize your seed phrase, that essentially nobody can do anything to you if you never write it anywhere. You don't keep it anywhere. It can't be hacked. It's obviously in the there. Just hopefully you don't get dementia.
Here's my question. Here's my question. What if you lose your hardware wallet, right?
And so say brain.
Traditionally, I've already lost my brain. Traditionally, if you lose your actual hardware USB wallet, you can just order a new one and then import your seed phrase.
Yep.
Well, what are you going to do if you lose the one with a fingerprint on it and you got to order a new one?
Maybe the fingerprint will pull it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
your
the
seed
fingerprint.
phrase.
So now you're giving your fingerprint up to the block database, and now they have your fingerprint. Some people are very, very skeptical of that.
You know what else they have? They have a one-time USB drive. I don't know if you've ever seen this. So basically, I can load up. Like I say, $1,000, and you can plug it into your computer. You can verify. It'll say $1,000, and the only way you can access it is if you break the USB drive. So you like punch a hole in it, and then when you punch a hole in the USB drive, it says like punch hole here to activate. Yeah. Then at that point, it unlocks it, and you can pull it off of the USB drive. So it's a form of it's a way that you can use Bitcoin in a real monetary sense, in the same way that you would use cash. So say I was buying a car or something, and you're like, hey, and you don't really trust, the whole sending it, because here's the thing: if I give you if I were to give you $10,000 and be like, here, it's on this USB drive and with this wallet, I can give it to you, walk away, and freaking put in my seed phrase and take it. So this is like one way of using a one-time use only, and then as soon as you break it, you can move it. So that's an interesting thing. Real quick, pull up my laptop. I want to show you something. So also with the EU thing, the EU Parliament approves crypto legislative package by majority vote. So they are going to have some crypto regulations coming out. I scanned through this article. I didn't see anything on here, but it's more or less to do with regulations for stable coins and CBDCs. They just reemphasized the part of the legislation that had the Bitcoin ban was denied, which we talked about earlier, but regulation coming in Europe. So we got anything else?
At least we know they're not going to destroy Bitcoin, so that's good.
Anything else there, brother? We got any more articles?
No, we're good. All right, last one.
Oh,
Mr. Wonderful. Oh. Kevin O'Leary says he's put 20% of his portfolio in crypto, including tokens and blockchain firms. I have millions of dollars. 20% of my portfolio is now in crypto and blockchain, he said. If you remember, this was about 2 years ago. He flat out said he will not invest more than 1% of his portfolio in crypto. And here we are, 19% later, sitting at 20%.
19% later.
Yeah. So not much to talk about as far as in the article, but just wanted to highlight that.
What are you going to say to Kevin O'Leary when we run into him at Bitcoin?
I'm going to say, Mr. Wonderful, let me tell you about this new project I got. You want to invest? It's called Sin City Crypto. Let's go. And then that's it. I'm going to be like, Robin, say something funny. And then Robin's going to say something stupid. And he's going to be like, you guys are idiots.
That dude does not laugh, period.
It's hard to make him laugh.
So
I'll tell you that. It's definitely hard to make him laugh.
I've seen him laugh before, but definitely dude ain't doing the super loud laugh.
He ain't easy on the eyes, right? Is that what you're saying? Anyways, so here again, big time investors, institutional money. He's not an institution, but he owns a VC firm. So he's putting a lot of 20% of his portfolio is in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Bullish. We're done. Done with talking points. We got one more segment. The real market analysis. Roll it. All right, we're going to take a quick gander at the markets again, just to kind of see where we were when Robin looked at it and where we are now. So pull up my laptop, please. You have a 24-hour trading volume sitting at 72 billion. Bitcoin dominance is 42.8. ETH has slipped to 17.7. And I'm going to show you a metric from Glassnode. I'll kind of show what's going on there. Bitcoin's still sitting at 38. And then you have Terra Luna up $90.28. XRP, 75 cents. I want to show you the XRP chart and what I see here, okay? So first of all, the Bollinger Bands are tightening, which precludes a big move coming, whether that's to the upside or the downside. But here, what we have here is an ascending triangle. An ascending triangle about 82% of the time will break to the upside. So you have consolidation, you have the bands tightening, and then you have an ascending triangle. And the candle bodies are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Eventually, I think we're going to see a break to the upside. And that break, I think, will see us get to the $3 mark. So we'll see what happens with that. And then as far as some metrics I want to show you guys. So this is the chart of the Bitcoin balances on all exchanges. And we are at all-time lows since 2018. So more and more people are taking money off of the exchanges when it comes to Bitcoin. You can see the price is in white and the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is in orange. So you can kind of see the price correlation. As the amount of Bitcoin leaves exchanges, the price tends to go up, and we are at all-time lows since 2018. Does that mean the price of Bitcoin will go up? Probably, but who knows? In the short term, yes. In the long term, over the next 6 months or so, I still think we're in a bear market. So I think we'll see more legs down than we'll see legs up in the next 6 months. Really bad joke. Good thing I didn't say it. All right, this is interesting. I found this. All right, so this is Ethereum addresses that hold more than 1,000 coins, which is in blue, compared to Bitcoin addresses, which hold more than 100 Bitcoin. And I did this because I didn't do 1,000 to 1,000 because that's not fair. It's easier to get 1,000 Ethereum tokens than it is to get 1,000 Bitcoin because obviously the price. So I try to get it as close in value as possible. So you see here, this is back in April of 2019. Ethereum addresses grew and Ethereum stayed on top. And more people, more and more whales, I would say, were accumulating Ethereum. And now we saw the flippening. So Bitcoin went over again, and then ETH crossed again. Now we have Bitcoin. So you have more wallet addresses of people that contain 100 Bitcoin versus 1,000 Ethereum. This is definitely bullish for Bitcoin. Is it bearish for Ethereum, though? Robin, do you think this is bearish for Ethereum, or is this bullish for Bitcoin?
You know,
and this is over the last 3 years, by the way.
Thing is like, so you see where they had had a lot more. You said this is what was the exact metric?
So in blue you have Ethereum addresses that have a balance of over 1,000 coins, Bitcoin over 100 coins. So the value is about as close as I can get it on the metrics.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Now, I don't know, man. I don't really have too much thoughts on it, to be honest. I don't.
So this essentially tells you.
Here's the thing. In 2020, it dropped, or 2021, it dropped dramatically. You had the use, you had a lot of transactions going on. You had the big run up with DeFi. Uniswap was flexing then. You have all the NFT craze, and people just aren't, people are transacting with Ethereum. So you're seeing less, hodl mentality when it comes to buying Ethereum. A lot of people are buying it for utility. So I think that's why it's down. I don't think it's people like not liking the project. I don't think people are like, I don't care about Ethereum. I just think there's so many users that are downloading Ethereum wallets that aren't really interested in hodling, that are using it for transactionary purposes. So I think that's why the line's there. Now, my opinion, if that's bad or good, I don't know. Utility is good. Use case is good. So, people are using it and opening up wallets and just putting in, just putting 2 Ethereum on there for transaction purposes, then
especially with the NFT market.
I don't think so.
Especially with the NFT market booming. So DFib thinks it's bullish for Ethereum. We'll see. I would prefer 100 wallets containing 1 Ethereum than 10 wallets containing 10 Ethereum. So that's what we're seeing. Less and less whales with large amounts of Ethereum and more retail shrimps. We call them shrimps, whales and shrimps. Okay. So, but whales holding Bitcoin is not a bad thing because it's looked at as more of a store of value. You have people like Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy. You have, freaking Congress people. You have Tesla. You have, Elon Musk. Well, there's an article that didn't make it into our talking points. He's got Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge, and he hasn't sold any of it in the current market condition. So there's a guy with billions of dollars. I'm sure he's plugged into the markets with people who 10 times smarter than we can ever be when it comes to understanding what to do in the market, when to pull money out, and he's kept his money in there. So this metric just showed that more and more people, more and more wallets, as far as Bitcoin.
Algosaurus is back. Where you been at, Algo? Where you been at?
Yeah, man.
Been on a hiatus?
I feel betrayed.
Feel betrayed?
Algo, you're one of my favorites, bro. You know who I'm surprised not. Where's the Architect? Remember King Coin, aka Architect? He was a big NFT guy.
Well, who else is
ghosted
missing?
us.
Syven? Yeah.
Messed up.
Yeah.
It's messed up. We're about to blow up. When we come back from Miami, shit's going to get crazy. I'm telling you guys. Our goal in Miami is to learn and freaking network. We want to make connections with all the top dogs. We want to collab. We are going to bring so much value to you guys. Leaving our channel now is like, Robin, you're good at analogies. What is it like? Compare it to something. Leaving our channel now is like.
You're bad at analogies.
I get good ones here and there, but you're definitely better at analogies. I'll give you that.
Like leaving now is like
going to the grocery store at 2 in the morning.
Like going to the grocery store, leaving your trunk open, and next thing you know, you come back and somebody done took that dirty blanket back there. We're like, what?
Hey, that's why we're a 2-person team, bro. You help me out when I'm struggling.
No, what was the question?
So leaving our channel now, right before we blow up, is like.
Let me tell you something.
We didn't have story time today.
No, we didn't have story time today.
But
leaving the channel now, it's like it's like selling your car, taking all that extra cash and getting some bus passes. And
what? That was a bad analogy. That was terrible.
I don't got nothing.
All right, we got nothing.
All right, all I'm thinking about is those Russian dumplings. I'm super hungry. I'm excited to leave here. And I'm
actually pretty hungry too. But anyways, that'll do it for our show today. Let's go ahead and roll the outro. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Rocco, we extend our thanks to you for joining us on this Monday and every Monday moving forward. Make sure you come back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Also, we got a guest coming on our show Friday. Amazing person. So we'll let you know more about it as the week goes on. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We love you guys. Peace.
All right, brothers.
See you guys.
Sisters.